Welcome to Production Techniques. These are the type of things that producers stumble across after years and years in the business. So I put it on the site as a quick video series so you can listen how I listen. You'll learn how to build a song, how to lift choruses, how to do smooth transitions, and more. So let's get started. Welcome to the Behind the Board on Production Techniques, where we're focusing on punching in and out. When we punch in and out, we record on a track that already has audio on it, usually in order to go ahead and maybe fix a mistake or maybe play something a little bit tighter, just so we can make it even more perfect than it was played. So we'll zoom in here and see what we have set up. What we have set up is 2 guitar tracks. Guitar left is getting bust out 1. Remember, your ins are over your outs, so this is the out on the bottom, and it's getting bust into 1 on guitar right. And then it's coming out 1, 2, monitor 1, 2, A, 1, 2, whatever you want to do, whatever's going to your monitor, basically. So whatever's on this track can get recorded onto this track. And right here, when we're doing this, see this volume's at negative 9.2. What would happen if we recorded this way is we'd get this signal minus negative 9.2 decibels. So we get a smaller, softer signal. We don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and put it right at 0. You can press your Alt Option key and just click that, and it'll go right to 0, which is pretty cool. But now, first things first, let's take a look over at our recording options up here. Click our options. We have Quick Punch already ready to go. It's got its check on there. You could also do Loop Record. Do yourself a favor and never turn Destructive Record on. It's just, I don't know why it's even there. I guess for people who are working with not a lot of space, but it could really mess up your record because it could take away a lot of work that you've done with a quick mistake. So we're on Quick Punch now. You could be on Loop Record. If you're on Loop Record, you could just basically highlight a part, press record, and maybe let the guitar player practice a solo for 10 minutes while you grab a cup of coffee or something. But they won't be active at the same time. So if you put that on, you gotta make sure you go back to Quick Punch when you get in there, because Quick Punch allows you to press the record button while the playback is happening. If that's not on, you can only press the record button before you start the playback. And then it will, once you press the record button again, it will stop the playback. That's not what we want generally. So we have Quick Punch highlighted for this particular video here. So what we want to do is fill in all these mistakes over here. They're not actually mistakes, they're just cuts that I made so that we could practice this. We want to fill that all in with the audio from the other guitar, because the other guitar is playing the same exact thing. This is a doubled part. So we're basically, since we do not have a guitar player playing into the program right now, and we want to be able to practice this at home without anybody's help, we have this set up so you're recording the other guitar, this track, onto this track. So here we go. Let's get started on that. I'm going to press spacebar, and when I get to the empty spot, I'm going to hit F12, which will start my record. And then when my empty spot's over, I'm going to hit F12 again, which will stop my record. Then I'll hit spacebar again to stop the playback. So let's do that real quick. Remember, when we hit these records, we generally want to start before the portion that is empty or that is the mistake. But even if you don't, even if you hit it a little late, Pro Tools has a terrific feature that lets you go ahead and trim it back anyway. It starts recording before you even hit record, so you don't have as many punch issues as you might. So let's take a look. Spacebar, F12, F12, spacebar. That's going to be the play here. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to take this one off solo. We'll listen to what we just did. I'm going to pan this right up the middle too. Here we go. All right, so we know it's a punch. There's a little bit of like hesitation for a hit. Maybe one of the guitars hit slightly earlier than the other one. So let's zoom in. And we'll take a look at our punch. You can see when the audio is changing. It's pretty apparent right here. you get a different waveform than you're getting right here. So I'd like to move a little closer to that. I'm gonna hit F6 and go to my trim tool. You can go right up here and click it yourself too. But I hit F6, I went to my trim tool. That's your normal trim tool. If you see it like this, that's a time stretch tool. You don't want to use that for trimming. If you see it like this, it's basically a duplicating tool. It'll just keep on pasting over what's already on the track. You don't want to put it on that too often. I almost never have it on that. So here we go with the regular trim tool, moving left to right. We start to the left, we bring it to the right, and we let it go. Now hit F7, get back to your regular tool, your selector. We're going to put a fade on that. So I highlighted an area, press Command F to start the fade. It's going to be an equal power fade. I like doing equal power fades during punches, really, really like it. So let's press OK, and let's see if that sounds better. Zoom out a bit and give it a go. Can't even tell it was punched. So you want to make most of your punches during chord changes, or maybe during drums when there's a crash cymbal hit, so that they're not apparent, so you really don't hear them. So let's zoom in. We'll fix this second one as well. We'll probably pull back to around here where the note changed, and it'll sound terrific. So let's go F6. We'll pull right to left this time, drop it there, F7, highlight the area, Command F makes your fade, equal power fade, OK it. And let's see if our punch sounds nice now. Great. Now, we could punch in and out several times, so that's what we're going to do next. We'll press spacebar, and we'll use F12 to punch in and out of the sections that we want to fill, these empty sections. So we will leave this, but we will fill all three sections that are empty. So let's hit spacebar, and F12 will punch us in and out of that. So in this sort of form, though, you'd have the guitar player just say how continue playing, play the whole way through. You don't want him just trying to do the open spaces. Just have him play. In this example, it's a chorus. Just have him play through the whole chorus and punch in the spots that you need. So that's what we're doing right now. Here we go. Oh, we left our thing on mute. Undo that if you left it on mute too. If you saw that and fixed it, good for you. That's fantastic. Let's get it going. Here we go, spacebar F12. Great. So that last one is a good example of punching in during the changes. The rest of them I punched in regular places. So listen to the last one. You're going to see that it's pretty clean. You hardly hear it. All you hear is a little bit of clipping because we changed clips. So we'll go in there. All we got to do is make fades. We don't have to trim at all. And you can see if you're trying to follow along here, I'm about 1 minute and 7 seconds into the song, almost about 1 minute 8 seconds into the song. And here, this is at about bar 57. So use your bars, beats, use your time code to kind of just follow along to the whole section. So we'll fade that one too with our equal power fade, Command F for fades, of course. So I'm feeling good about that. It sounds clean to me. Now we'll go into the other ones and do the same fade techniques that we were doing before by moving them to where the downbeats look to be, or where the changes look to be, and making fades. I see myself having a change right around here. See if that one sounds good. I'm happy with that. And let's see where this one is. Here we are at about 58 seconds. Try to make this change as well. Remember your trim tool, real quick to get to it. If you press F6, you don't have to go up to that menu up there. Trim that over, F7 to my selector, highlight the area, Command F to open my fades, and OK myself an equal power fade. Great. So 2 more cuts to fix up, and we did a great job punching in and out. So you'll get real quick at this. You won't mind punching in and out. It'll probably save you time rather than having the guitar player play the entire part over and over again. This can make him sound more perfect too, of course. And one more, I'll go over it with you one more time here. Want to find a change. Looks like there's a change right around here. So I go to my trim tool F6 from the left to the right, right to the change. Go to my selector F7, highlight the area. Command F starts my fade dialog. And I OK an equal power fade. You can make yourself an equal power fade if you have to. And you can take a look at what it sounds like when you do an equal gain fade and stuff like that. I don't think it carries as well as an equal power fade. So I stick with those usually when I'm doing the punch-ins. Perfect. So no more cuts in that track. We fixed it all up. All right, thanks for being with me on this video and learning how to punch in and out. And I'll see you on the next one.